Hello everyone. Wish you all a very happy new year. This is one of the most requested videos from my viewers. Thank you so much for requesting this video. This is all about pre-writing skills and why it is so much important for children before they start writing. My name is Anita Shastri. I make educational videos like this, and then if you like it, please subscribe, like, comment on my videos, and also share with your family and friends so they can also benefit from these little tips and tricks. Okay, so let's start. What is pre-writing skills? We all know when the children go to school, they will have to start writing, and there will be lots of writing to do. So there's little muscles, little fingers, and their hands should be ready for that. So for that, we need to help them and give them lots of activities where they can develop and make their fingers and their hands very, very strong. So these are called fine motor skill activities. So let's see what are the simple activities. These are all the activities which you can do it at home, and these materials which I'm going to talk about, it's also available at home. So what we are going to do is, first and foremost, before we ask a child to hold a pencil, you will always see the children are always grabbing a pencil like this and they are always holding it in their hands. So that's the first stage. So that means they are almost ready to use their fine motor skills. So that's a very good technique. So that's why we need to give them lots of activities to use their fine motor skills. So let's see what are these little activities. So the Play-Doh, it's really fantastic for the children. So if you can't buy any Play-Doh for whatever reason, so maybe you can have whatever flour you have at home, just put some water in it and make it like a dough, and then give it to your child and let them play with it. So when they are pulling apart, and then they are making balls and they are smashing it, so they are working on their fingers and their hands. So this is really good activity for the children. And then you can also clothes pegs you have at home, so use those clothes pegs. And if you have some big beans, that also works very well, or any type of vegetables which are flat, so maybe you can cut it and then even place it in a plate. So let them use usually the cotton balls. They are also very good. It's very easy, especially for the little ones. Cotton balls are very easy for them. Use a clothes peg and teach them how to press it and then open it and then lift it. So, you know, from one, or you can also, if it's a little baby like 1 year old, then you can give them like big pom-poms or cotton balls, and then you can give another bowl or a plate and then ask them to grab it from one plate and then put it in another one. So this is also a very good activity for their fine motor skills. So if they are a little bit older, and then you can teach them how to use the clothes pegs. So let them grab the big beans or cotton balls from one end and then they put it into another bowl. So this way they are learning how to use their fingers, like 3 grips, isn't it? When they are going to use the clothes pegs, when they are going to push it, then they are going to use their muscles, finger muscles. So this is very good activities. And also before that, you can take a rice, any rice is fine, on a plate, and then let them draw on it, make a circle or a square. Usually the children go round and round, so that's also fine because they're going to use their fingers. So that way they are also learning and they are going to use their muscles, fine motor skills. So these are all going to help them before they even start writing. So what I do normally in my classes, I take a colored rice because it's very attractive for the children. So I spread it on a tray, and then when I start teaching them how to write, and they're going to trace over it, they're going to write circle, and then they're going to make one line and then sleeping lines. So these are all different. So you can do it at home itself with your children. When they are like 3.5 or 4 years old, then you can start teaching them how to write. Once you have done all these sensory activities which involve their fingers and then make it strong, and then you can start asking them to write it using the paper and pen or pencil, whatever it is in your case. So what I do is normally spread the colored rice on it and then ask the children to write the alphabets, what they have learnt. in the class. So, and they can also use it on in the air as well. They can write it. So that's also a very, very useful activity. And then you can go with number 1, or sleeping lines, or slanting line, or making shapes. So this is really good. And then you can also use pasta, the dry pasta, and let them pick it up from one place to and drop it into another bowl or another plate. So this is also helping them. And then you can also take those penne pasta where it is like straight. So you can say like, okay, this is number 1, and then you can join it, and then you can make it like a circle, not a circle, like square shape and a triangle shape. So this is good. And they are also picking it one by one, and then you can start counting with it as well. So this way they are also you're helping them to use like the tripod grip, because later on when they are going to write, so they are going to use tripod grip for holding the pencil. They might be starting grabbing it like this, but later on you start showing it to them like, okay, we are going to hold it in 3 fingers. So this is called tripod grip. So this will be easy for them, like, you know, picking up a pasta and trying to make a shape. So later on it's easier for them to understand what a tripod grip is. So you can try all these little tips and tricks. And the easiest one is they go circle and circle and circle. It's okay. So let them start the circling, and then you can say like, okay, one long line, and then it can be like a standing line. So when we are going to write B and D and P and L, so then we need standing line. So we can say like, okay, we are going to start from the top, go down straight and make a long line, and then come back halfway and make a circle. So that's B. So and the D as well. So you start. So you when they are going to write L, so you can say like, start from the top, go down straight, make a long line. So when you say like long line, they will know. And then you are like, okay, sleeping line. So they will know. They will recollect it, like, okay, and then they can connect. Oh, I did this before. So you can always say like, okay, straight line. Instead of saying straight line, you can say like standing line or sleeping line. So it's easier for the children to understand. So this is what I train my class children, and very slowly, but later on they pick it up so quickly. So for each alphabet I keep repeating to them, okay, we start from the top, then we go down straight, come back halfway and make a circle, and it becomes B. So I teach in a phonetic sounds. So but when they are writing as well, so they always collect it, you know, and then connect it with like, oh, we start from the top and then we go down. So they start repeating after themselves, and then they know this is how I write. And instead of asking them to write straight away, let them trace over it many times. So once they are very comfortable, then they will start. So you can ask them like, oh, do you want to write it on your own? It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. So they will at least start. And then when they are writing it, they will start from, okay, so they will start repeating, oh, start from the top and then you go down. So this is what I do in my class, and it has always worked for all these years. And it was very easy, even for the children who were not interested also. They would pay more attention because it was like a game for them. And before that, they were also tracing or writing on the rice, which was also good. So they can feel it. So these are all little tips and tricks for you to use it at home. So if you want to learn how to say when you are writing the alphabets, or when your child is writing the alphabets, please let me know in the comments, and I will try to make a video about that, like when I told you start from the top and go down straight. So if you want me to do that video, please let me know, and I will be very glad to help you all and making this video. So I do it in my class, and the children are fantastic. They have learned it so very quickly. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy.